skeletons speak with such a screech. You'll shake and shudder in surprise when you hear these zombies shriek. Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul and seal your doom tonight.
Hi, welcome back to my channel. I am Parris, the author of the Dark World series, a series with vampires, werewolves, dragons, giants, mermaids, blah, 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 blah. It is available now in stores, everywhere, online and in stores. Today we're going to be doing a different thing. For Blood Talk, we're going to be talking about The Sims 4, and not necessarily about the skin tones, that's been beat to death, but about the trajectory of where The Sims 4 is going and why I'm not a fan of it. I'm coming at this from a published author. I have a bachelor's in multicultural English lit and a minor in business marketing, so I've watched The Sims 4 descend into a pit of ridiculousness for years now, and I'm just not a fan of it. So really quickly, I just want to get my points out and then leave it to you guys to talk in the comments about what you think, if you agree with me or if you don't. But to start with, The Sims 4, as we know, has dropped the ball many times. If we look at the franchise as a whole, Sims 1, 2, and 3, we can easily see that The Sims 4 does not even hold a candle to those previous games. And if you have a franchise, the expectation is that the next game is going to be better than the previous one. And there's an argument going around that The Sims 4 is a different world than The Sims 1, 2, and 3, which, okay, that argument is poor and it is unnecessary because we all came into The Sims 4 expecting The Sims 1, 2, and 3 at least with better graphics, and we didn't get that. Because that's the expectation for any franchise, any gaming franchise, any book franchise, any movie franchise. The second one's going to be better than the first one. And that's not the case here. As we know, the skin colors, the skin tones have been an issue. Their lack of focus on the different cultures in the game is an issue. If they were even, and the fact that I'm bringing this up is that they gave us some religious holidays as a free update with City Living, which is cool, but if your intention was to do that in the beginning, would have done that in the beginning. That's just how it is. Your business should provide a service, yes, but it should also enrich the lives of the people who are getting that service, either it be through a community message or an earthly message or some kind of that's what I was taught in my business class anyway, that whatever business you create should have an ethical backing to it. I don't know, man. They definitely don't. They're definitely all about the money. That is why The Sims 4's rollout has been completely off base with what we're used to with The Sims. We're used to family gameplay. We're used to sandbox gameplay. We are used to all these different types of gameplay that fit one thing that has worked for The Sims. And The Sims 4 has not reached that. It hasn't done that for us, like, at all. So, I mean, the backlash is obvious. Just Star Wars is obviously a cash grab. We know that's nothing new. Their target market is obviously newer players, different players. That's fine. Businesses have to grow. But when you have a business so entrenched in a franchise, a loved franchise at that, a popular franchise, that you are willing to take such dangerous risks on new IPs just to get new players, and by getting rid of your older players, that's not on, as they say. That's not okay. As a business, you should be trying to retain your customers while dragging in new customers. That's just business 101. And the Sim Gurus should not be called Sim Gurus. They should not be on social media. They should be putting out press conferences or press releases when necessary. They should keep their mouths closed about a lot of stuff. And I think where we're getting confused with the word transparency is that we as consumers want transparency about what they're going to give us next. We just got that with Sim Guru Lindsay's post, and there's even more upset because she says we're not getting all the things we want. They need to fix the game before they continue to make packs. We can't even talk about 5 because 4 is not complete. It's been 6 years and 4 is still not complete. That's not okay in business terms. It's not okay in any kind of term. You do not put out an incomplete product and use the DLC as your loot boxes, and we know EA is in trouble with loot boxes right now. Like it is what it is. They've messed up big time, and they're about to reap the pain of that mess up, pretty much. Like it is what it is. So these are my thoughts. You know my bigger thoughts on Twitter. I'm ranting about this all the time. I just want to make a video on it because as a writer, I've been watching, and a business person, I've been watching their rollout with this for years, and it didn't bother me at first. I wasn't really understanding people's anger at first, but with the Star Wars pack and just the complete ball dropped on skin tones and relationships and family members and grandparents and just having them be realistic people, I understand the upset now, and I see that their priorities are not where we want them to be, or where they should be for a game like The Sims. What we were given in Sims 1, 2, and 3 is eons better than what we have now, and I, for one, am not spending any more money on these Sims unless it's werewolves, until I see a pack, or until I see a change from the team and from Maxis and EA. This whole thing has just been messed up on more than one level, and if we continue to give them our money as consumers, we're telling them that it's okay. If you do not want the Star Wars pack, do not buy it. If it adds one thing to your game and you think it's worth it to buy it, then go ahead and buy it. But I, for one, do not think that we should be giving them our money willy-nilly, because that just shows them that we are okay with mediocre, and that's what The Sims 4 has been, mediocre. I'm gonna leave it here. There's a lot more I can say, but I don't want to get into the habit of these kinds of videos. This is my viewpoint as a creator, as a writer, as someone who is immersed in the business world and knows a bit about the business world, and just, it's interesting to look and see how other businesses operate as a consumer. So this is my viewpoint on it. If you like this video, please let me know in the comments below, and I will see you next time for another Goth video. Bye.
Pale faces, sound of guns, taste of fear, there's nowhere to run. Have you seen